Hi everyone, welcome to week 3. We'll be discussing formative vocabulary and summative assessments this week. I have 2 brief videos that are very good about formative and summative assessment. In the documents, what you see here, the idiom matchup, the signal words, and every student, those are documents that you need to read. And then you'll be reading these following pages in our text, because these particular ones are based on assessment. The due dates would be the same for them on Wednesdays and Saturdays. You'll have a lesson plan segment that's due on Saturday and a case study article response that is also due on Saturday. So here are the videos, the formative and the summative. Here's the discussion rubric. And these are the pieces that you need to read that will help you with strategies as you continue to go into the next section and weeks of this course. You might have noticed at the top of that idiom matchup, and it's the same thing with signal words in every student. It has SIOP and it talks about SIOP. SIOP is a particular lesson plan format that many school districts use for ELL students. So you're going to be doing your discussion forum. Remember, you have to watch the videos, read the articles, including the case study article and the text. And then you're going to respond to these questions. What are the differences between formative and summative assessment? When might you use each assessment? Give an example of a formative and a summative assessment. These could be the same ones that you're going to use in your lesson plan that we're pulling up. So you can kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone with that one. Here's your case study. So it asks you to read the attached case study and answer the questions for reflection at the end. 60 points possible, 4 points per question segment. Here is the case study. And the questions that I just talked about are at the end. And finally, for week 3, you will be turning in your lesson plan segment. So using the EL lesson plan template for week 3 before, I need you to plan the assessments that will help the students accomplish your content and language objectives. Point values are included and in the rubric for weekly sections of the lesson plan, and also on Moodle. So here is the lesson plan for week 3. So you'll notice there's 4 points per section. So you're going to say that you're doing this. You're going to be doing, for example, I could say that my assessment activity is going to be a Kahoots game. And so I would put Kahoots and I would give why or what the actual Kahoots game was about. And then I would come over here and I would write what skill, goal, or objective this assessment is there to measure. And I would talk about how I could give feedback to my students. And when I say that, I don't mean that you stand in front of the class and you go over all the information with everyone. Sorry about that. You're about to hear my frisky little dog bark. But what it means instead is that how will you give your feedback to the students? Will you be writing very specifically on their paper, which kind of depends on their grade level for them to be able to get that? Will you be sharing with groups that have missed similar points, or you will be maybe just giving feedback individually to students? And then how will the data be used for the remainder of this lesson or future lessons? Let's say I did the Kahoots lesson, and it's in the middle of my regular lesson. So I'll immediately know who is and isn't getting it. If I have enough students who are not getting it, I need to reteach. If I have just a couple of students that aren't getting it, I can come back and intervene with them later. So you're going to use that data in that sort of way for your future lessons. So that is your formative. Here's the academic language. You're going to describe what activity you did to assess the language. What skill, goal, or objective are they designed to measure? How are you going to give feedback to the students? And again, how will you use that data for future planning? And finally, the summative assessment. You'll be telling what the actual assessment is. You'll be again talking about the skill, goal, or objective that is designed for measure. I'm trying to signal my husband that I'm on the video. And you need to give feedback to your students, and also how will data be used in future planning. No matter how well you prepare your videos, you never know when a family member or a dog are going to move into the camera. So I hope that all of you have a wonderful week. Please don't hesitate to let me know if you have any questions whatsoever.